Hello everyone, I'm happy to be here this morning to share this. There is something that is so important that I want to share to everybody. My daughter surprised me with this word this morning. I was so surprised, and this word is so important for everybody to learn from. You might know it, but the understanding of this word is so powerful. It is so powerful. You cannot ignore this. Before you go further, before I go further, remember to share this video, like it, comment, and listen to the end. Watch this video to the end. My daughter came to me when she came back from school one day. And she asked me, "Mommy, do you know God's number? You that is watching this video, do you know God's number?" She asked me, "Mommy, do you know that God has a number that you can call?" I said, "I don't know." She said, "Mommy, do you know that God has a number that you can call?" I said, "God does not have number, but we can talk to God through prayers." She said, "Mommy, God has a number." I said, "Please, can you tell me God's calling number?" She said, "Mommy, do you know God's calling number?" I said, "No, I don't know." Oh. She said, "Mommy, God has a calling number. Let me tell you." I said, "Okay, tell me." She said, "Mommy, go and read Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3. That is God's calling number. Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3. Do you want to call God this morning? That is God's calling number. Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3. Go and call. That place it says, "Call unto me in the days of trouble. I will answer you and show you great and mighty things which thou knowest not." That is God's calling number. My daughter shocked me this morning with this word, of which all these years of my life, I don't know how to put that word in that way. But she taught me. She taught me one thing. That there is God's calling number. That God has a calling number. And that number is in Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3. Please call God with this